An emergency surgery. Natalie Williamson is in the studio now. Natalie, how is she?
Well, Lenise Rivera tells me she and her dog are improving day by day. Rivera tells me she had a broken bone, her skin was cut deep, and blood was everywhere. And tonight, as Rivera and her dog continue to heal, she says she doesn't blame Apollo for a second. And we do want to warn you, what you're about to see may be disturbing.
Once I had them separated, I looked down at my injury and I was like, oh, like, yeah, I can see my bone right now.
Bone exposed, wrist broken, blood everywhere. That's what one woman says she faced after jumping in to break up a dog fight in her own home. Jada Rivera, who lives in Okaloosa County, Florida, tells me a few months ago she saw a social media post about a starving, abandoned dog. Rivera says she's always had a heart for animals and didn't think twice about taking in the dog she named Apollo.
You could see his ribs, but he was literally the sweetest dog that you could have ever met. Like, even with everything that he had gone through, he just wanted love. He's just been so amazing the last 3 months, and he got along great with my dogs, and I was very fortunate to have the last 3 months just showing him what love is and what a home is.
Rivera says on July 3rd, after the dogs finished eating, all it took was one wrong move to set Apollo off.
My dog just walked past him, and that was it. He started to attack my dog, and I'm like Mama Bear, and so I got in there, and probably maybe against the advice of experts, but I jumped in to try to separate them. And initially I thought, maybe this will be a 15-30 second scuffle, and it just didn't, it wasn't ending.
Rivera says she finally got the dogs to separate, putting Apollo outside, blood everywhere, her skin gashed open, and her mind filled with disbelief. Rivera tells me she immediately called 911 and was taken to a hospital by ambulance. Tonight, as Rivera and her dog August are recovering, she says what happened in Apollo's final moments doesn't define how he really was.
Even with that, all of that happening, and of course, unfortunately, obviously the PD had to euthanize Apollo, I still have so much love for that dog, and I don't blame him for a bit. I think he was the product of his environment, and it wasn't his fault. And I think just having a lot of grace for dogs that have gone through trauma is like the really important takeaway here, that the way that people raise dogs is the way that they're going to be. And when you raise a dog without food and without water, and that really does stick with them for the rest of their life, no matter how much love that you give them.
Rivera tells me she is thankful for Road Dog Rescue, a nonprofit in Florida, for helping her with Apollo throughout his time with her. A GoFundMe has been set up to help Rivera during this time, and we have that link on our website, fox10tv.com. Lenise.
Wow.